quick message before the video. If you haven't already, go follow me on Instagram for more content over there. Thank you. The Milwaukee Brewers have had a long, rich history full of different names, league changes, ballpark changes, winning, losing. They've had it all. And according to some recent reports, Major League Baseball wants something from the Brewers. They want them to do something, and if they don't, Milwaukee may not have a baseball team anymore. American Family Field, previously called Miller Park, may actually be cursed, and it's pretty ironic because Milwaukee is pretty known around baseball for having the most haunted hotel that teams stay in. The Pfister Hotel. There are tons of stories about it over the years.
The halls feel real hollow. The floors are real creepy, like old wooden floors.
Cameron swears it's haunted.
The craziest thing I heard is that guys have locked their doors and the door's been open.
So much so that Dodgers star Mookie Betts decided to get an Airbnb for himself and some buddies this year despite not believing in ghosts. He doesn't believe in ghosts, yet still had to make sure he wouldn't encounter any just in case they are real. That's the Pfister Hotel for you. So how is Miller Park or American Family Field haunted? Well, there haven't really been any stories of the actual ballpark being haunted or anything weird going on there, but there certainly could be some spirits roaming around. Because back in 1999, during the construction of the ballpark, there was a crane that collapsed while lifting a 450-ton roof section during windy conditions, a collapse that tragically killed 3 construction workers. It was terrible and sad, and it of course delayed the construction. The park eventually was put together and opened for the Brewers to play in on April 1st, 2001. 22 years later, the Brewers ballpark seems to have some issues that Major League Baseball is taking very seriously and demanding to be fixed, and if not, they are bringing up the idea of the team being moved altogether, relocated to a new city. According to writer and reporter Dan O'Donnell, who has learned of this exclusively by sources, quote, Major League Baseball has told the Milwaukee Brewers that they need to repair American Family Field to ensure it remains an MLB caliber ballpark. While the league did not give the Brewers an explicit ultimatum, it was made clear that MLB will not allow American Family Field to deteriorate as the Oakland Coliseum has. The Brewers said earlier this year that American Family Field needs an estimated $448 million in repairs, and the ballpark, which opened in 2001 as Miller Park, is owned by the Southeast Wisconsin Professional Baseball Park District, a local unit of government that owns and operates the stadium and leases it to the Brewers. The team's current lease expires in 2030 with 5 two-year options that could extend it until 2040, end quote. Okay, so apparently Major League Baseball didn't literally say to the Brewers that they are going to be moved if they don't fix up their ballpark, but they most certainly implied it, bringing up the Oakland situation. I can almost imagine the way they said it, too. You see that dumpster fire of a mess over out in Oakland? The team that will now be shipping off to Vegas? If you don't want to end up like them, clean it up. The Brewers ballpark, Miller Park, American Family Field, whatever you want to call it, has never struck me as a field that needs a lot of renovations. Now, this is coming from someone who's never been there, so take what I'm saying with a grain of salt. In fact, don't even take any salt. I'm not well enough informed on their ballpark issues. But we certainly do not look at the Brewers ballpark situation like we do with the A's in Oakland or the Rays in St. Pete. But again, according to these reports, American Family Field needs some repairs, about $448 million in repairs, and that's coming from the mouth of the Brewers themselves, who are still trying to figure out a way to pay for these repairs. There's a little bit more politics that's going into this, of course, there always is, but the bottom line and overall point is that the Milwaukee Brewers have a lot of repairs and things they need to address for their ballpark, and if they don't, MLB will look into relocating the team, as the last thing they want out of this situation is for the Brewers ballpark situation to end up like the train wreck of a reality over in Oakland. Let me know what you think, thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.